Do you want to think like one of the world's finest geniuses? If you are interested in learning how to become a genius, then you've come to the right place. Today, we're going to share exactly how you can shift your mindset to start thinking like the brilliant Da Vinci. Hello guys, and welcome back to our channel, Mentored. We're here to unveil the juicy secrets behind how to think and act like Da Vinci, so stick around to the end of the video for the full reveal. There have been many brilliant personalities throughout history, but do you know about Leonardo da Vinci? If you look back in time, he was considered one of the finest geniuses in the world, all because of his exceptional mind. So how do geniuses differ from ordinary people? Do they have some special daily routine or rituals? And most importantly, what did they think? Let's get some answers. Da Vinci was the most curious person who ever lived. He was curious about everything. He wanted to know truth, beauty, and goodness. The first principle to think like Da Vinci is to have curiosity within you. Michael J. Gleb stated in his book, Think Like Da Vinci. In case you haven't read the book, it includes his various drawings and illustrations and 7 Da Vincian principles to help you think like a genius. Continue watching as we discuss the remaining 6 principles that made Da Vinci a genius. The first principle tells us that a curious mind can lead to great ideas and increase our knowledge about the world around us. We should always try to remain calm and relaxed because a stressed mind cannot foster creativity and curiosity. Don't be afraid to get curious, think, and wonder. Leonardo da Vinci was born on April 14, 1452, just outside Florence. Apart from being a genius, Da Vinci was many things, including a scientist, musician, mathematician, geologist, astronomer, inventor, historian, and much more. Whoa! How did he manage all of this with a single brain? He surely was far from being ordinary. Leonardo da Vinci is also known as the father of architecture, paleontology, and iconology. In addition, he was known as one of the best painters in the world, and his famous painting, the Mona Lisa, is still admired today. Da Vinci is also given credit for some of the most amazing inventions we have today, like helicopters, tanks, parachutes, and extendable ladders. Another amazing fact about Da Vinci is that he was ambidextrous, which means he could write with both hands. Now that's fascinating. Which brings us to the next principle. To think like a genius is corporalita, which means to cultivate ambidextry, grace, fitness, and poise. Da Vinci was an incredible athlete because he had realized that if he wanted his brain to work fully, then his body needed to be in proper shape. And we couldn't agree more. A healthy body is a healthy mind. The third principle from Da Vinci's way of thinking is sensation, which means the refinement of the 5 senses and mindfulness. Gelb said, Da Vinci trained his sensory awareness like an Olympic athlete trains their body for competition. From this principle, we learn that it is so important to refine our senses, especially sight, as it is the means to clarify our experiences. Along with that, mindfulness is also very important since it is the key to sharpening our senses as we get older. The fourth principle is quite amazing as it is called sufumento, which means going up in smoke. This principle points towards willingness to accept uncertainty, paradox, and ambiguity. Da Vinci was a perfect example of an extremist, as he loved to explore the unknown and reveal uncertainty. Most of us are not like that because we avoid anything that is out of our control and comfort zone. But Da Vinci proved that he was the control. The fifth principle is called Arte, Ciencia, which means to establish a balance between art and science, logic and imagination. Da Vinci always kept apparent opposites in consideration since it gave him a more complete view of the situation and allowed him to think using his whole mind instead of just a portion of it. The next principle is called demonstration, which means to test your knowledge through experience and willingness to accept and learn from bad experiences. Da Vinci's most difficult challenge was independent thinking, as there were no sources of information like the ones we have access to today. Da Vinci always viewed situations and challenges from different perspectives by filtering out the distractions and then coming up with an optimum solution. And here we are with the last and most important principle, which is called Concession, which means to recognize and form a connection between things and phenomena like body language, relationships, thinking systems, and pattern hunting. Since a human mind is a complex and composite part of the entire human body, applying this principle will help enhance the brain's ability to think critically. Da Vinci was a true example of brilliance, and we may not all earn as many titles as he did, but keep in mind his principles can help us identify our own unique abilities. So that's all for today, guys. We hope you enjoyed becoming a genius, and thank you for watching. Stay tuned and don't forget to subscribe for more great videos on Mentored.